What did you think of the top player performance?
Oh, it exceeded my expectations.
So I was able to predict all.
Hey guys, it's me Ram here, and a couple of weeks ago at Washington Spring B 2023, Tymon Kolasiński got a 1.37 official 2x2 average, which ranks him second in Poland and 22nd in the world. Now, since this average falls within the top 25 in the world, Tymon is now officially a 2x2 top player. Now, this average nearly dethroned Maciej Sapajski's almost 5-year-old record of 1.35 seconds, and what makes this even more surprising is that it was Tymon's first ever 2x2 round in almost 2 years. I think Anthony Patrakis summed it up on the 2x2 group chat pretty perfectly. If his turning is good and he knows basic stuff and he has no nerves due to lack of practice and caring, it all checks out. However, this is not meant to take away from how impressive this average truly is. For reference, even I wouldn't be able to spot or one-look some of these solutions done in this average, and overall, regardless of what anyone says, this is a great average. By the way, before we get on to this video, I'd like to give Jasper Murray a huge shout out for giving me this video idea. The other day, he just dropped me a message telling me I should probably go over Tymon's 2x2 average on my channel, and therefore, in today's video, I decided to reconstruct the average and go over the solutions with you guys. Thank you so much, Jasper, for this video idea, and without any further ado, let's get right into solve 1. Alright, so here's the first scramble, and on this scramble right here, as you guys can see, we have a 2-move EG1 face on white, and we also have a 4-move EG1 face on yellow. What Tymon decided to do for this scramble here is this 4-move EG1 face on yellow. You just do U, R2, U, R prime, and you're left with this really bad EG1 case actually, but Tymon does an interesting lefty alg for it. It goes like this, and he's left with a U2, a UF. That's all made me realize how good Tymon's lefty turning is, because I could absolutely never do that alg that smoothly. For reference, the alg I use for this case, the righty one, goes like this, which isn't even that great and I don't like it at all honestly. But overall, that was really well executed, Tymon, and now let's move on to the second solve. Alright, so here's the second scramble, and as you guys can see right here, this is a pretty trivial scramble. It's only 6 moves and not that hard to find. What Tymon does for this scramble is this 4-move CLL layer on yellow into pure soon. However, there's a massive cancellation. As you guys can see right here, you can just do U prime R, and then you just do U, and then you just insert the piece like you would for soon, and you're left with the last layer skip with no UF. Tymon got his best solve of the average on this scramble with a 0.72, which was his first ever official sub 1 single, and obviously had great execution. Now let's move on to solve 3. Alright, so here's the third scramble, and Tymon immediately gravitates towards the red layer here. There are 2 ways you can solve this CLL layer. One of them like F prime and then inserting this piece, which leaves you with a pretty good CLL case actually. However, Tymon did something completely different. So he started by inserting this piece with an R prime like this from this angle. However, instead of just inserting it like this, what he did was U prime and then inserted it into the back, and then he was left with anti-Niklas with just a U, a UF. He got a 1.23 on this solve, which again is obviously really good execution, and yep, now let's move on to solve 4. Alright, so here's scramble 4, and obviously this scramble doesn't look all that great off the bat, and it really isn't. However, Tymon found a pretty good solution here with an algorithm that I can't really execute, so what he did here was just U, R, U2, R to build this EG1 face on green, and then did a U, and then he was left with this EG1 case with a U2, a UF. As I mentioned before, I'm not all that great at executing this case. However, Tymon was able to execute this solve in 1.57 seconds, which gave him a worst possible average of 1.51 at this point. This already broke Tymon's old PR of 1.61 seconds. However, Tymon knew he needed 1.26 or better on the last solve to secure the national record average. So let's see what happened on this last solve. Alright, so here's the last scramble, and unfortunately Tymon got a 1.32 on this solve, which wasn't quite good enough for the national record, but still gave him a really good average of 1.37 seconds. But Tymon's solution for this last scramble is actually crazy. Like, there is no way I would have been able to spot that and one-look that in inspection. So what he did here was this 6-move EG1 face on green, U prime, R2, U prime, and then insert the piece. Like bro, how do you one-look that? And then you're just left with this really nice pi EG1 with no UF. Well, actually that's a lie. Tymon does the algorithm like this, but that doesn't really matter. Anyway, as mentioned earlier, this last solve was 1.32 seconds, securing a 1.37 average for Tymon. So what next for Tymon in 2x2? Do I think he could potentially get the national record average? Well, With his turning and one-looking ability combined with the fact that he barely has any nerfs, absolutely. He already ended up coming so close to it during his first ever 2x2 round back in almost 2 years, so with some more lucky scrambles, I certainly feel like he could. However, one thing is absolutely certain about this. Tymon does not want to be known for his 2x2 arc. So yep, that's pretty much it for my video on Tymon's 1.37 official 2x2 top player average. A huge congrats to Tymon on this incredible average which is now sub me. Thanks a lot for watching this video. I really hope you guys enjoyed and learned something from these reconstructions. Goodbye.